Well, Donald Trump fans are rejoicing online after the former president returned to Twitter for the first time in years. Donald Trump posted his mugshot on his X page, formerly known as Twitter, to his over 86 million followers. It read, "Mugshot, August 24, 2023, election interference, never surrender, donaldtrump.com." The 45th president hadn't posted on Twitter since January 9, 2021, a few days after the January 6 Capitol riots. He was then kicked off the platform for inciting violence, but was reinstated by new owner Elon Musk. Although he's refused to actually use the platform because he launched his own social media site, Truth Social. Until now, that is, where he's finally jumped back on to serve his followers with that sought-after mugshot. And of course, this excited fans of the former president to see him back online. Elon Musk simply wrote, "Next level." Candace Owens wrote, "Can everyone admit that Donald Trump and Twitter just go together?" Greg Gutfeld wrote, "If you think this is a win for those who got America here, you are so wrong." Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote, "We are so back." Laura Loomer wrote, "He's back on Twitter." Andy Biggs said, "Welcome back, Mr. President." Jack Poso said, "The king has returned." Trump's future daughter-in-law tweeted, "Never surrender." Carrie Lake wrote, "We will never surrender, Trump 2024. A social media user wrote, "We are so behind you all the way." Benny Johnson tweeted, "What an incredible moment to be alive. We're living in a movie." And of course, Ronnie Jackson wrote, "We stand with Trump. Make America great again." Now, this all comes back to the long-awaited day to see Donald Trump finally hand himself into authorities in Georgia. He turned himself into Fulton County Jail in Atlanta today after several of his 18 co-defendants, including Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows, had already turned themselves in. This is in relation over the alleged attempts to interfere with the result of the 2020 presidential election. He wrote on Truth Social on Monday night informing his followers of his plans to travel to Georgia. "Can you believe it? I'll be going to Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday to be arrested by a radical left district attorney, Fani Willis, who is overseeing one of the greatest murder and violent crime disasters in American history." Trump was charged with 13 criminal counts out of the total 41 charges, split across the 19 defendants for trying to interfere in the 2020 election against now President Joe Biden. The release of his mugshot was a big deal, as this was the first ever mugshot of a former US president. After his time at the county jail, Donald Trump emerged to speak to the media.
I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election, and I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you're going to have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support